Alright, hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. It's me, Sarah, and today I have a really exciting review slash first impressions kind of thing for the Retro Love palette by Bad Habit Beauty. This released sometime in the fall of 2017 on the Subculture app. It's from one of the duping brands, Bad Habit. I have a couple of their other palettes. I really love the Athena palette, one of my favorites, and so I'm familiar with the formula that they use to create their eyeshadow palettes, but also I'm familiar with the fact that they be copying people. You can have your own opinions about dupes and rip-offs if you want to call them that. I don't care. So it's gonna be not the same quality, so I don't really mind it too much. I mean, of course, people are gonna be like, they're ripping it off in like intellectual property or something like that. But this is a $10 palette compared to a $42 palette. Not everybody has the cash for the actual Subculture palette, but this is a $10 palette, and so yeah. This just came in the mail today, and I have it on my eyes today. If you're wondering why I look extra scary, I feel extra scary. It's kind of exciting. But yeah, so I'm just going to play with it a little bit, give you some opinions about it and some information about Bad Habit shadows in general. I have a lot of their palettes. I don't know if I've said that already. I probably said it like 5 times by now. It's so weird filming the intro like at the end of everything. But yeah, I'm going to give you guys my opinions, my thoughts about the formulas, what they do, and let's get a couple swatches in before we actually start. Alright, and there she is in all of her patchy, streaky glory. There it is. I mean, I'll link down a few of the videos below that actually have like good swatches because the sun is just not behaving. But I definitely feel like Bad Habit exceeds in their shimmer shades. So you see that one right there. That is the shade Revolution. The sun! Oh my goodness! Their matte and flat shades are just, they're never that impressive. They're workable and they're usable, but they're just not like creamy or super like pigmented or anything. But yeah, they definitely exceed in the shimmer shades, and they nailed these two little like holographic duochrome-y shades, shimmer shades. But yeah, let's just get into the tutorial because the sun hates me and I gotta go. But I think I want to go with an all over lid color. I think I want to go in with Peace. And so, like most of their shadows, their formula is pretty powdery. The pigmentation is really good and they're easy to like work with and blend. But they are pretty powdery, so you're going to want to make sure that you dust off your brush, tap it off, all that good stuff. Ooh, that's a beautiful, like a fleshy peach tone. Why is there like, I think that's a dog hair on my eyelid. It's really dusty, yes, but beggars can't be choosers. This is a $10 palette, so I have one of my favorite palettes of all time is the Athena palette by them, which is a dupe for the Huda Beauty Desert Dust palette. I love that palette. But again, the shadows can be powdery. They're pigmented, they work super well, but they can be powdery, so that's one thing that doesn't bother me too much as long as it performs well. But I know some people, if they're not prepared for the powder and the fallout, it can affect them negatively. So I think next I want to go in with Flower Power. And these names are so cute. They are like retro, which I think is really, really cute that they went with that. And I'm still just blasting that all over my lid. I think I want to use like the greens and stuff, so I want the outer parts of my lid design thing that I'm going to do to be a little bit more warm, because these greens are, in my opinion, pretty cool toned, and I am more of a, I would say warm to neutral like skin tone. Or now I'm looking really white because this is the wrong shade of foundation for my face. But oh yeah, oh my gosh. These blend out so well, and this one's just a little bit peachier than this one. This one's more of like a tan-ish color. This is much more of like a true peach. So next I think I want to do a little bit of the color Rebel, which is this really nice, a lighter yellow tone. There's also Fab, which I'm going to go with after. Look at that, but also watch. You see that? You see that dust coming off? I'm going to focus this a little bit lower than where I had that peach color. Alright, this doesn't really do much for me personally. I'm gonna go in with Fab because I want to do that green blue on the inside, but I want the outside to be warmer. Does that make sense? Oh, she's yellow. There we go. And this I'm keeping more over the lid. I'm not like blasting it out as far as I did with that peach one. So far, since I'm being careful, I don't have any fallout on my cheeks at all. But I know how their shadow formula works. If you're not familiar with it, you might not know. I would say it's just as powdery as I just did a review for the ColourPop eyeshadows yesterday. And I would say it's as powdery. I don't know if all the ColourPop palettes are powdery like the one that I just got. I got the new Give It To Me Straight palette, and it was a little bit more powdery than I anticipated. That's the kind of, I feel like, same consistency that you work with the Bad Habit palettes. They're not as pigmented as the ColourPop, but it's that same kind of like, it's really dry. So, alright, next, I think I want to go right onto my lid with Free Love, which is, it's that deeper color. It's more of like a turquoisey deep blue. We lost a brush, people. She's gone. I'm just going to take a flat, like, shader eye brush. Make sure that I don't have leftover residual stuff on there. Yeah, I'm going to go with Free Love. I'm just tapping it, making sure that there's not too much. There are literally chunks of pigment falling off my brush. Okay, this could be... Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm like... Yes. I'm literally able to just place it over those other colors, and it's really not fading at all. And I'm just dabbing it to blend it like specifically where I want it. And it's not moving weird or anything like that, which I'm happy about. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay. I don't know if I want to do this all over my lid yet. We'll see how I feel after I do this side. Because usually I'll mess up one side of my eye look, and that will just change the whole thing. So I'm really able to place this shadow exactly where I want it. It's really not moving at all. I still have no fallout on my cheeks. But again, like I said, I know how these shadows perform. So maybe it's just a matter of I know like how to use them and what it takes to use them. Oh my gosh, the color is so pretty. It's showing up really, really blue on the camera, but it's a really beautiful green color. Okay, I think I want to go in with Mod, and I'm going to do that more focus on the center of my lid. Again, I'm just dabbing it in there, tapping off as much excess as I can, and we're just going to go right on there. Okay, so honestly, the colors Mod and Free Love are not that different. I just noticed that the undertone in Free Love is just slightly more blue. That's literally it. They're both like a really beautiful green based color, but there's really not that big of a difference. It's like literally almost the same shadow. We're just gonna do it anyways, see what happens. I'm going on the other side, exact same thing. I'm just kind of placing it where I want it. Just kind of smoothing out that edge right there. Woo! This is like really different for me. I've never done like this color shadows. I do lots of like purples and like plummy tones. Okay, so next I think I want to go in with Rock and Roll, which is this really beautiful mauve tone, and I'm going to go literally right where the blue and the peachy yellow that I first did are placed. I'm going to see how precise I can get this without doing like a really fancy cut crease thing. Mostly because I want to see how they lay and if they like get muddy. Okay, so far, Rock and Roll, where did you go? You're literally, there you are. It's showing up a lot more purple than I anticipated. And it's giving me muddy vibes. We'll see. I don't know if this was a good idea. They blend away a lot if you're not careful with what you're doing. I feel like Cleopatra, like Elizabeth Taylor. Oh my gosh. The sun is just, stop sun. Let me turn you a little bit so maybe it won't be as bad. Wow. That's a look. Again, so powdery, but we're just gonna use that to darken up around our eyes. I think now I'm going to take a not as flat but still pretty like fluffy like lid brush, I would say, and we're going to take Nostalgia just into the outer V, and I'm really trying not to blend away those other colors, but I am in the end is what's happening. All right, I'm not happy with that. Not happy at all. So we're just gonna blend all of it out with the color Peace, which is that first super duper like skin tone peach color. I'm gonna have to draw in stronger eyebrows for this look. So I'm just taking my finger, build up quite a bit. Look. She's beautiful. And I'm just gonna go right in there. So, you all ready for this? Ooh! Okay. Okay, yes. It might seem a little messy, but I mean, like I said, I'm not wearing this out anywhere. And they have like this bright pop of color in there. And I'm also gonna take a little bit of Psychedelic, which is, they they created a beautiful white and pink duochrome shade. Oh my gosh. It's really, really, it's like a fairy pink. I'm gonna do that as in the corner as I possibly can of my eyeball, just for something a little bit different. We're gonna see if layering these like two kind of like shimmery duochrome shades is gonna do anything for us. Oh, it did. Wow! Okay. I'm gonna use Psychedelic as a brow bone highlight. So we're just... It literally, once you blend it out, it turns pink. Oh, you can't even see it. Ah, I somehow got that highlight shade on my lid. Building back up Free Love, because that's the color that I really want to focus on. Oh my gosh, Free Love literally covers everything. So if in the end you want one of these matte shades to like be the focus of the look, you can make it the focus of the look. My headband's slipping off. There she goes. Oh my gosh, she's gone. But you can make it the focus of the look for sure by just, you see how I'm able to just pat that back on there. And I'm really not sure if it's just because I'm constantly touching these shadows or if these shadows are actually like disintegrating on my lid. I'll, you know, let you know at the end of the video, because by then I'll have done like a little like a wear test. Okay, I'm gonna go do my liner, my lashes, and then any like last touch-ups, and I will be back. Alright, so I'm back, and this is the overall look that I created. I'm using a new eyeliner that I don't really like. I'm gonna show you guys what I have on my lips. I just got this matte lip color from, I don't even know what brand. It's in the color Burnt Cinnamon, and it's a little streaky, so I added one of my favorite glosses from the Magic Collection, which is Ex-Wife. It's really pretty and shimmery, so I put that on top. Created a really vampy look. This is the eyeliner I'm wearing. It's the Precision Waterproof Liner from Italia Deluxe. No, Clean Color. Just kidding. I love Clean Color stuff, but this is like, it literally like feels tight on my eyes. And then my lashes, they're just from Amazon. They're super duper cheap. I'll link them below. And I paired it with the white highlight in the Bad Habit Rosé highlighter palette. And it's a really nice like frosted color, and so I just did it on my cheekbones. Is that what it is? This is literally like so dark for me, but like I like it. This is not something that I would wear out, but I really just wanted to do it so I could see how the colors work. I'll have some photos inserted of like what it looks like, not in this really crappy lighting because the sun is going. She's going. But yeah, so I used a lot of the colors in the Retro Love palette. Ooh, and it folds all the way back. I don't know what just crumpled over my hands. I don't know what that was. But yeah, so I used this one, this one, this one, this one. This is, I don't really know. See, it has some, oh, it's really like, oh, that's really patchy. Maybe that's why. I'm not a fan of this. It wasn't very impressive. It didn't really do anything to darken up my outer corner like I wanted it to. But I really love this color. It's super buildable. I love this green. Let's just appreciate a little bit. And then the white I used as a highlight and just kind of in the green. Overall, she's not a bad palette. If you follow me on Instagram, that's where I always swatch stuff and do like first impressions. I do have a lot of the Bad Habit Beauty eyeshadow palettes, and I do like the formula. Again, it's not the most amazing formula ever, but it's a good formula. You get good pigmentation, you get the color payoff you want. It's not something that's gonna look good after like a 12-hour day. It's just not. It's cheap. They can't. But for a $10 eyeshadow palette, like, I really, really like this. And it's a ton of different colors that I don't use on a regular basis, and so I didn't want to purchase the Subculture palette because I was really interested in like the color story that they created and all that jazz, but I didn't want to pay $42 for a palette that has a ton of colors that I'm just not naturally drawn to all the time. And for as far as I know, they were pressed pigments. I might be wrong. Do your own research, but it was a different formula than the Modern Renaissance palette, so it was like, this is actually $10. A lot of their other palettes now are like $12 to $16, but this is still $10. Yeah, the one thing that I do notice about all the Bad Habit palettes and their eyeshadow formula is that they're really, really soft, but they can be powdery and they can be not crumbly, but you know, not the most amazing thing ever. But overall, I really love the colors in this. I love the packaging. It's so sleek and it's matte, so I really, really like it. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. Comment down below if you also are a Shop Hush addict like myself. Yeah, thank you so much. Leave a like and a comment, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!